For more information or to schedule an appointment, you can call 509-935-6004. New Health, bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978. And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Programming on KCHW is supported by Parkview Senior Living in Colville, Washington. Parkview offers assisted living services for seniors, including care planning, help with daily routines, and meals served in the community dining room. Parkview Senior Living is located at 240 South Silky Road in Colville. Additional information is available at parkviewsl.com or by phone at 509-684-5677. Thank you, Parkview Senior Living, for your support of KCHW 102.7.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning, everybody. This is your KCHW morning show right here on KCHW 102.7. We are here with myself, Chuck Ritchie. We have our lovely co-hosts today, Miss Paula Randall, and filling in for Craig today, we have Dylan over here. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
All right.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
So welcome, Dylan.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? That microphone, you need to talk in the side of it. Sorry.
Okay, this is the side shot.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Hot mic. There we go. All right, beautiful. I always say, I forgot to run you through that before the show, but I always say get close enough to touch it.
The cardio, it's pointing
right
off to the left, huh?
Yeah, it's a little odd, but yeah, just close enough to touch it with your tongue, but please don't lick it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I won't.
Yeah.
That would be a whole different kind of radio show.
Right? We do have a very special guest coming the second half of the show, a musician out of Seattle named Forrest Ray. Nice. So he is cool. Described as what was the description?
Let me go back to it.
Folk rock?
Folk and roll band. Forrest Ray has been described as a spaced out, down-to-earth, and Brit-pop gun country that sounds like the band covering the Beatles songs no one knew existed.
I love it.
Right?
I'm okay with that. That sounds good to me. Wow.
Yeah, I'm having fun going to his website and reading all of the lyrics to some of his songs.
Right? I know some of them aren't quite radio appropriate, but hopefully we'll stick to the ones that are for the show today.
Right?
If not, I've got my finger on the button.
No, this sounds really cool. This one is the Send My Love. And it's recorded at Four Strays Analog Home Studio in Seattle with a rotating cast of collaborators from other bands across the West Coast and Midwest.
Nice.
The Federate, the Shivas, TV Star, etc. And it's an homage to folks who have crossed paths with us and friends who have lent a helping hand. Though we may be separated by miles and time zones, we still keep them in our thoughts, and the song conveys that sentiment. That one, I was just reading that one. It sounds really cool.
Right on. Right on.
All right.
Well, very cool. Craig just reminded me that the name of the band is Forrest Ray, not the individual. So
okay.
we'll find out more about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Sounds like a name. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get on with the show today.
I wonder if I'm looking at the right person then.
Well, maybe. We're going to find out in a little bit. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the weather and mountain condition report brought to you by 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort.
Well,
so go ahead.
All right. As Chuck said, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, March 27th. Today it says we're going to have a high of 58 degrees and a low of 37. It's actually colder than that right now. I drove in and it was 26.
Yeah.
With some frost on my window, so I'm not sure about these temperatures.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was expecting frost this morning, but I didn't have any on mine.
Ooh, we were frosted.
A little bit out there off this morning, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So interesting. So theoretically, the low is 37. We're currently lower than that right now, but it's all good.
Oh,
what do these national weather people know anyway?
You know what there was? Because I left my coffee cup sitting on the back of my truck yesterday, and it was frozen on the inside. You are correct.
See?
I just didn't remember.
I'm just saying.
I wasn't awake enough to remember these things.
I'm saying what I'm saying. All right, going on with the weather, it's going to be sunny, mostly sunny with winds light and variable, and then some cloudy skies are going to come this evening to become overcast overnight. Tomorrow, Saturday 28th, the high is going to be 59 with a low of 37, mostly cloudy skies. Sunday, the 29th, we have a high of 50, a low of 29, cloudy skies with a 17% chance of precipitation. Monday, the 30th, we have a high of 47, a low of 24, mostly sunny skies. Tuesday, the 31st, we have a high of 50, a low of 35, partially cloudy skies, 0% chance of rain. Wednesday, is that where I'm at? Right? Is it 30th?
I think so. Let's go with that.
Oh, that's right, because it was Wednesday. I got distracted by that 0%. Wednesday, April 1st, high of 47, low of 34 with rain. Looks like 80% chance of rain. Let's see when that's coming. All day. Cloudy with periods of rain, high of 47, wind south at 5 to 10 miles an hour, 80% chance of rain during the day, and then light rain early in the evening with remaining cloudy and showers late there on April 1st. So any April 1st jokes that you are planning to do, make sure that they are weather appropriate.
Right.
Tuesday the 2nd, we have a high of 46, a low of 31, again showers throughout the day. And Friday, the 3rd, we have a high of 51, a low of 31, and partially cloudy skies. Looking ahead at the weather for the week after that, looks pretty consistent with temperatures in the 50s, the mid-50s to high 50s, and no lows below freezing.
There you go.
I got notified by the Spokane NOAA, though, that we were supposed to have really bad wind chill this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That we were having... like, it would feel like it was 2 degrees in Spokane. So some really cold.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
You say
So I better.
2 degrees.
Yeah, the wind chill would make it feel super, super cold.
That sounds really unpleasant.
Doesn't it?
I know yesterday I drove to Spokane. It was really windy along the highway.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I know a lot of the roofs are getting blown off. Craig's been out there.
Right? He's been busy.
Hustling.
Mm-hmm.
I do know,
but to see these kind of things come through the region, every year or so, we usually get some pretty good winds.
Yeah.
But the damage is pretty devastating for some people. I know there was some construction outfits out doing, just volunteer work and helping out.
Oh, wow.
In those situations, but yeah, just stay safe out there,
right?
And stay, you don't have to hide in the bathtub or nothing, but
it makes,
keep an eye
right?
on your roof. You don't want any leaks or more damage.
It makes me worried about our new 13-foot neon sign we're about to hang up on our tower. But But we do have,
Right.
we are working with experts that work with these signs that they won't be here in person, but they're going to be on Zoom and designing the sign specifically for our tailored needs. So should work.
Qualified welder.
Right.
on
Right.
that
Yeah.
job, yeah, sure.
I don't think there's any welders involved in
No.
it. And it's all plastic. Yeah.
We can just be glad that
Plastic
we're not
welder.
like
Right,
in
right.
Hawaii with all the flooding, and then Nebraska's been having some flooding.
Oh, yeah.
We've had tornadoes going across 4 different states.
Oh, I haven't even heard about that.
Yeah,
Wow.
tornado watches issued in 4 states, according to Newsweek. 16 hours. Issued a tornado watch in 4 states ahead of severe weather expected to trek across the Midwest and Ohio Valley.
Wow.
So, yeah, tornado watches have been issued in Ohio, far western New York, parts of Pennsylvania, and northern West Virginia. So let's be
I
glad
believe
we're
that's
not
pronounced
there.
Idaho. No, sorry. Old joke. All right. Well, let's take a look at the mountain conditions. Of course, 49 degrees North Mountain Resort. They've been closed for the week for the weather, but it looks like you are correct. They're reopening Saturday. The Northern Spirit Express, the Payday, and Gold Fever conveyor will operate from 10 to 4. They're going to make a decision on the day of about Sunday operations, but they do warn the train is limited. The surface conditions are spring snow, but there is a big warning in all caps that there is ice and 100 open patches, and there are marked and unmarked obstacles. So ski and snowboard safe, listen to the ski patrol, stay off the trails that are closed, and just be safe up there. There's still some trails left, but just make sure that you stay on the good ones. But there is 15 inches of snow down at the base. That's not a lot left.
Yeah,
54
so
inches
ski
up at the
carefully.
summit. Yeah. Currently 27 degrees at the base, 26 degrees at the summit with up to 15-mile-an-hour winds and sunny skies.
I always like to click on the NOAA report for the mountain.
Yeah.
It does look like, according to the NOAA report, as of today, that on Sunday they have a slight chance of snow. That chance goes higher on Sunday night, and Sunday night is about the same. So cross your fingers. They have a chance. There's a possibility, maybe, possibly.
So what you're telling me is there's a chance.
Right? There's a chance, man.
Right.
There's a chance.
Right. All right. Well, let's go ahead. I have some birthdays on the calendar here, or do I? I have one name on the calendar, but we're going to go through the weekend and
Okay.
get a bunch more. All right. So today we have Jonah Krause with a birthday. Then tomorrow, Saturday, we have Brett Berea, Drew Franks, Okay, let's see if my tongue can make this. Joseph Schatz, Christine Courtness with birthdays. Then on Sunday we have Ellen Krause, Lynn Husby. Hey, Lynn Husby, the owner of our building here, our
nice.
landlord right here, KCHW. John and Drew Franks, Sherry Longman, Jasmine Elliott, and Peter Trudeau, all with birthdays.
Ooh, lots of birthdays.
And you know what? Since we don't have the morning show on Monday, we're going to go ahead and do Monday. We have Mary Jean Herda, Will Frizzell with birthdays. Then Mr. and Mrs. David and Lauren Ludwig have an anniversary.
Ooh,
So
happy
there you go.
anniversary on Monday
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the Ludwig family over there.
Right.
All right, ready for our birthday?
Ready.
Do you know
Okay.
the birthday song?
I should by now.
I
was
I
gonna
think I've
say-
done it a couple times.
He's going to learn it.
All right, ready?
Ready?
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
day.
birthday.
Happy birthday. Yay.
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 There you go.
You got to do the jazz hand.
As long as you just do the jazz hands, you're good.
Yeah, I did
Sharon stays quiet during the
Modified
singing
version.
part, but then she does the jazz hands. But every once in a while, she'll join in.
Yeah, you get it. Yay. Too funny. All right, well, shout out to Bus 13.
Yeah, take
Let's
us
see
through
what
the
you're
lunch
eating
menu.
today. And I'm not streaming, Chuck. I don't know if we're streaming. All right, for
we should
breakfast
be.
today, on the 27th, it looks like we have berry sheet pancakes, super bakery bread, cold cereal, and then you can have apple juice or a fresh fruit variety. You can have fat-free chocolate milk or non-fat milk. So it looks like you're going to have, food this morning. Berry sheet pancakes. I love looking up the stuff now that I can. And it doesn't tell us anything. It just says that they eggs, milk, and wheat. So, all right. Let's go and see what you're having for lunch today.
All right.
Going down.
I'm ready for lunch. How about you guys?
Right? All right. So for lunch today, homemade pizza. Pizza Fridays.
Woo.
And it looks like it's always Pizza Fridays. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Okay. You get your salad cup, or you can have something from the raw veggie bar, which we discovered are little bags of vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
You can have canned fruit variety. I actually don't think we've looked this one up. Let's see what this is. You can have diced peaches, diced pears, or mixed fruit, or applesauce. The mixed fruit is diced peaches, diced pears, whole seedless grapes in the following proportions: 40 to 60% peaches, 20 to 45% pears, and 15 to 25% grapes. The fruit is packed in extra light syrup or fruit sauce. This thing is really cool. All right,
like
you
it.
can also have Smith Brothers chocolate fat-free milk, 1% white milk, or non-fat milk.
Nice.
There you
Nice.
go.
What if I like the full fat milk?
You never get the option of whole milk.
I guess we can't have that.
You have to bring it from home. But at least now they don't have ranch dressing for the pizza anymore.
What's wrong with ranch dressing
Just
in your
drink
pizza?
twice as much.
Right? Then you'll get your fat in. There you go.
Right? Oh, too funny.
I like ranch on my pizza. I'm a weirdo.
Well, see, and
I like
somebody's
to
got...
dip my pizza in
Dipping
ranch.
sauce for all that stuff.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's just not the same without it.
You
Right?
guys are cracking me up.
I love it. I don't know if I'd dip my canned fruit in ranch. That's a bit
No,
much, but
no.
Ew, dipping your fruit in it. Ew.
you'd be surprised what's good with ranch. But
Just
probably
saying.
not. I'd probably draw the line way before canned fruit. Like a long time before that. Yeah.
Do I need just to refresh my screen here? Is that what's going on? Oh, there we are.
I don't know. Yeah, we've been up and streaming.
All right. Chuck's like, you're full of it, Paula. Good morning, Craig. Okay.
We have 0 lag and 0 dropped frame rate.
right?
Look at that.
It's like, hey, you said you couldn't be here, but you're online, man.
Right? Listen,
You're
look at
online.
him. He's just laughing. Ha, ha,
Drinking
I got-
coffee on his porch.
Craig, you didn't even get to sleep in, man. Come on. Take
Jeez,
advantage
right?
of the day. He's out there making money, doing the good work.
All
Yeah.
right. So 27th, going to the community calendar. This morning, of course, is the Chamber of Commerce meeting over at Missisquoi. You still have 15 minutes if you can get over there instantaneously and see if you can catch the latter half of the Chamber of Commerce meeting. Pickleball, of course, winter pickleball in Chewelah going at 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays over there at the old Jenkins Middle School. And they do have pickleball on Sundays now, going from
Yeah.
2 to 4:30. So that's really cool.
And I believe this Sunday there's I don't remember what it was. Sharon talked about it. There was a pickleball camp or a class or something at 1 p.m. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know there's a pickleball related something happening at 1 p.m. But it's not on the calendar.
It's not on the calendar. Well, Sharon's not here. You guys are just you're gonna be
Right.
stuck with me.
Right?
Huh, that's frustrating. Okay. All right, so check out the pickleball page on Facebook, or you
Yeah.
can go to their pickleball page website. And I think that's something really clever. If you just search Chewelah pickleball, you should be able to find it.
Yeah, on Facebook. It'll be there.
All right, so Troop 998 is having a pancake dinner fundraiser over at the Chewelah American Legion from 5:30 to 7:30 in the evening. Troop 998 is hosting a pancake fundraiser designed to help offset the costs associated with attending camp later this year. Dinner will include pancakes, sausage, and eggs with a variety of delicious homemade pancake syrups. This event will be held at 5:30 at the Chewelah American Legion. So if
Yeah.
you have some time and want to go support the troop, go and enjoy a wonderful pancake fundraiser.
There you
Nice.
go. And you can't beat breakfast for dinner.
Homemade syrups are just. We have a whole bunch of raspberries and
Oh yeah.
try to find things to do. Well, it
Nice.
makes great syrup.
Oh, we make
just
we
Oh,
cook
very
them
cool.
down and
We do like a lot of like blueberry compotes for stuff like that. Same thing, syrup.
Yeah.
Just cook it down with some unhealthy amounts of sugar.
But do you grow you guys don't grow your blueberries, right?
Oh no.
Now I suddenly want to go find myself at Dylan's house, like what, August?
yeah,
Do you grow blueberries?
all the way through.
I have tried and tried
September.
over the years to grow, and I can't get blueberries to grow. Is there a magic trick to growing blueberries?
Yeah, you
Ours
have to
did
have,
too. We grew one and it died like just a week later. But I
Yeah.
found there was a listing in Pendleton, Oregon. They're selling guaranteed growth first, second year.
Okay.
They're mature 15-year-old blueberry. But you got to
wow.
run down and get them. They're $100 a piece.
I say usually I keep them alive for the first couple of years, but I don't get any blueberries, and then they die.
Yeah, they're really tough to get going around here.
Well, and you have to have the male and the female blueberry plants.
Yeah.
So if there's not another blueberry plant around your area, you're probably not going to get any blueberries.
Huh.
And for natural sweet, there's I did a report on tequila way back and studied a little bit on all the varieties of agave nectar.
Yeah.
And agave plant. And there is one that they've acclimated to this region that will grow supposedly.
Really?
I thought it'd be really cool to get one of those.
The old Pacific Northwest cactus.
Yeah.
Agave plant.
We grow
Kind of
tumbleweeds.
exotic looking.
You know what's weird? After the last windstorm we had a few weeks ago, there were tumbleweeds everywhere. You go south past Spokane, and yeah, there's a lot of tumbleweeds, but I've never seen tumbleweeds this far up north. And there were even in the alley here, there were tumbleweeds. I'm like, where did these tumbleweeds come from?
Dude,
Yeah.
I have lived all over the Southwest. I did not see a tumbleweed until I moved to Spokane.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Spokane. It's like tumbleweed central here.
Well, I know you go down the Tri-Cities, and so
Yeah.
long running joke. I moved to Alaska from the Tri-Cities. People are like, "Oh, Kennewick, Washington, what's there?" And I said nothing but tumbleweeds, sagebrush, and nuclear radiation.
There you go.
And then much later, like after high school, I saw a news story that there was a big windstorm. Tumbleweeds were so bad they were actually blockading people into their homes. People
Yeah.
couldn't get out of their houses because the tumbleweeds were so thick. And there was concern because there was a recent nuclear leak found at the Hanford plant.
Oh,
And
my.
they were worried that the tumbleweeds tumbling through that area had been contaminated
Irradiated.
and were irradiated and causing further issue with people blockaded in their homes.
Get
by-
stuck under a semi and get
Right?
carried to another state or
Right?
something. Right?
By
Right.
irradiated tumbleweeds blocking people in their houses. So my justification, my whole life of talking smack about the Tri-Cities was justified.
Too funny.
Tumbleweeds and sagebrush.
Right?
And nuclear
in Airway
radiation.
Heights, we did get tumbleweeds blown up against our back patio. So, I hear that.
Yep.
All right, going back to activities, because I
Oh,
know
yeah.
we have the Northern Light Spotlight
Yeah.
to take care of. We have Annie. Annie starts tonight at 7 p.m. and goes just through this weekend, only one weekend. So you can see it tonight at 7. You can see it tomorrow at Saturday at 10, 2, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see it on Sunday at 2 and at 7. Tickets are already selling out.
Yep.
Let's see if
Everything online is sold out.
Is it? Did you
Yeah.
check?
Yeah. For a couple days now, everything online's been sold out.
Well, no, because we still had tickets online yesterday for Friday night.
Oh, I looked online yesterday. They were all grayed out.
Oh, let's see.
Oh.
Let's see.
But I did call Acres and Valley, and as of yesterday, they both did have tickets left. And I got my tickets for Sunday evening. So
Ooh, I hate it when you're right.
Nice.
Yeah, all of the online
yeah.
tickets are sold out.
you've proven me wrong at least twice today so far. So I get one.
You get one. All right.
One for Chuck. Ding ding.
We also have this weekend the Spring Home and Garden Show going on over at Guest Elementary from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes.
That's hosted by the Chewelah Chamber of Commerce. There's going to be burgers prepared by the Chewelah Valley Lions Club and the Kiwanis of Chewelah.
Yeah.
That goes from 10 to 3 at Guest Elementary. And then on Sunday, there's a Sunday brunch at the Parkview Senior Living Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Parkview Senior Living, can't speak this morning, is having brunch on the last Sunday of the month, and we invite the community to join us from 11 to 1 p.m. It's $12 per guest and less for seniors. It includes a full course brunch buffet, one mimosa, and one other beverage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pickleball, of course, on Sunday. Looking ahead, we have a couple of fun things coming up in April. Since we're already there, I can't believe it.
I know, right? It's terrifying to me that it's already almost April.
It's almost April.
Yeah.
We have
I have April deadlines that I haven't thought about for months that needed to be done by the 1st of April. And, in my brain, I always still got
Right.
months. That's just April. That's 6 months away. No, it's not. It's
now.
not even 6 days away.
next week. Yeah. We have the first Thursday Art Walk coming up on Thursday the 2nd. The Recycled Art Show kicking off the Spotlight Gallery also on Thursday the 2nd.
And there's going to be that display put up at the Bradley's Taekwondo window. It's going to be amazing.
Going to be super, super cool. We have the Kiwanis Easter egg hunt on Saturday the 4th. Mm-hmm. We have, is it going to pull up info here?
I've got a poster for it right here in my hand.
So 3 different age groups, 0 to 4. Chuck and I are kind of curious about that 0 to 4. Those babies have no chance against those 4-year-olds.
That's when you'd find me out there finding that candy and saying, "Sorry, kid, you're too
See you
young.
later, kids.
This is my
That's
Snickers."
going on at Snyder Field in Chewelah from 11 to 1 p.m. So that's very cool. Another highlight, we have the searching. We have the Chewelah Valley Lions Club pub crawl going on April 11th. That's always a big hit.
Yeah.
That goes from 5 to 8 p.m.
I can't believe it's time for that already.
We
That
have...
just happened.
I know, I'm talking about it. We have the World Trails Film Festival on the 17th. That's over at the Center for the Arts from 5 to 8 p.m. Tickets are available now. The city has a great initiative. The citywide cleanup is on April 18th. That's going on from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So mark your calendars for this amazing event headed up by the city's beautification team.
Yeah.
There's a URL for you to go to if you want to sign up to volunteer, or you can also go to the city page, click on events, and there should be a link about the citywide cleanup there for you to go and volunteer and register for your participation. We have a wonderful artist coming to Chewelah. Ha Da Vinci workshop is happening. She has a workshop on the 23rd, and then she performs at the Center for the Arts on the 24th. She will be there.
That'll be a fun one.
Right?
Yeah.
She is a musician, whimsical theater odyssey that invites audiences to a world where tuba lights the way. Beds make music, paintings come to life, and a mysterious radio broadcast echoes from the Renaissance. So she's super fun, super imaginative. Look on the Chewelah.events calendar for more details about that.
It's definitely something a little different.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And then we do have a wine evening. Wine. Here we go. April 18th, an evening of wine and poetry over at the Chewelah Center for the Arts by the Arts Guild.
Oh.
And last year that was just a beautiful, beautiful event. That is $15. Tickets are available now, April 18th, and it's at, I assume, 7. Yeah, 7. So yeah,
All right.
that's everything quickly in the next month, and I'm sure there's more.
Oh, there's lots more.
Nice.
Like
Right?
like the Earth Day Fair happened on the 25th, but we need to move along.
Gotcha.
That's gonna be a good one though, and Infusion's
Local
gonna be
poets.
playing. Hopefully, Oli, their guitar player, has been had surgery on his wrist. Hopefully, he's recovering well and ready to play in time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. If not, they might. I know of a stand-in that they might have playing with them that might be kind of exciting. So yeah.
All right.
But I don't know. I'm not going to say it out loud because it's not my deal.
Handing it off to Dylan for the Northern Light Spotlight.
Are you ready?
Oh,
you got
yeah.
this? Making his
Yeah.
Northern
Pressure.
Lights Spotlight
Well, it looks
debut.
like, I think it would be good to start out with just Craig's got a posting here that he's put up, and of course he's done a lot of just great work to keep things rolling on this site.
I don't know where we'd be.
And it's
without
a
Craig.
Cheweah's Got Talent. He's
yeah.
talking about that.
Yes.
For all that aren't familiar with this, he's the entertainment director here, and you can just reach out to him if you want to be involved. For any interviews, organizing shows, or and we're reaching out to sponsors. That's another thing too. If anybody feels like they could help out here or there, we it's greatly appreciated. Also, for our At Lunch podcast, we're still rocking and rolling that, with Will. And we were scheduled to do a show here on Sunday. It kind of got thrown together pretty quick. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of an unexpected thing that we kind of all hustled to get going here at the station on Sunday. And Zach Pass and Dan and I will be doing recording our At Lunch podcast.
Nice.
Which thank you very much, by the way, for having us here. And we'll have some snacks out, and we're just calling out to the public, a free public show. If you haven't heard Zach's music, it's a great opportunity to come down and check it out. Like I said, we'll have the At Lunch snack trays here as usual, and we'll be filming Zach's interview.
Yeah.
We just kind of bring a little excitement. So it's free to the public if you guys want to come out and check it out. It'll be Sunday at noon, this Sunday, 29th. Other stuff he's got here, of course, he's, still well, we got Dexter King. He's out. He posted on here. Karen McQuarrie. I hope I got that right. He's got an ad out here. He's looking for musicians, looking to assemble a 5-piece band in Spokane to tour with him.
Very excited to see him back up and running. He was down for the count for a while.
Yeah.
After an accident.
Yeah, I heard.
He's out there doing it again.
It looks like he's building it back up again. Great band. He's playing 70s to 90s country music. Says that he's pretty much booked for the year. He plays 2 to 4 gigs a week. He's got some county fairs and rodeos lined up. So, yeah, he's looking for percussionist, female vocals, rhythm or lead guitar, bassist as well. Or any combination, I suppose. So, yeah, if you're looking for a great country band to get involved in, look up Dexter King.
Absolutely. Phenomenal musician. The guy's got a killer voice.
Another entertainer here looks Blake Braley.
Yeah.
Is putting out a new single. Feels All Right. This comes out this Friday, March, today.
Cool.
So, you can check him out on the Northern Lights. He's got a little video there that's kind of really, some like just good mix music, dance music.
Well, and if you're not familiar with Mr. Blake Braley, he's actually the keyboard player for Alan Stone.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's Alan Stone's keyboard player.
I need to get out more,
yeah.
Chuck. I spend a lot of time at home. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah. This is my one time out a month.
It's good
I
to
was
get you out
gonna
of the
say,
house,
I've seen your
Dylan.
house. I don't blame you for staying home.
Right?
It's okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just we've been just so busy practicing too. We spent 5 hours yesterday, and I know everybody does, but it's really great that we want to thank everybody who does take advantage of this site to keep posting your stuff, and we'll keep letting people know.
Absolutely. And if you know musicians, tell them, hey, get on that Northern Light Spotlight. Check it out. Get your stuff on there and get yourself promoted.
Yeah, Craig's got another post here, Veterans Music Program, music healing veterans, get a free guitar, find out how. It looks like 1057 Highway 395, Kettle Falls, Washington. That's Monday, March 30th at 1 p.m.
Yeah, and that's the Guitars for Vets program. Our good friend Marvin O'Hearn is one of the teachers in that program. Does amazing work for the vets.
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a really neat program.
It is. If you're just starting out, though, yeah, just toughen up those fingers by tapping them on a rock or something.
Practice.
Yeah, get those calluses built up.
Find yourself something rough and just kind of smack on it.
Looks like Addie Grange Fair, April 18th. Addie Grange Truck and Tractor Show. 10 o'clock till all day, pretty much 10 o'clock all day, it says. They're having a flea market from 9 to 3, and they'll have a parade at 11. They got a little petting zoo set up with some goats and sheep and rabbits and stuff, 10 to 2. They'll have a talent show, looks like 1 o'clock until the show ends. There's dance, music, talent, whatever talent it looks like. They have dance instruction, 5 to 6, $20 for family, $7 single. I might take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Rose and I like to go out and dance every once in a while. It's
That's
good,
cool.
good for you.
Nice.
Let's see. 6 to 9, it says dance 6 to 9, bring snack to share. Okay. Contact Dwayne Johnson, 509-680-2501, or Francis Manfield, 509-680-2820.
Did you say Wayne or Dwayne?
It says here Dwayne.
Dwayne. So like not The Rock though.
No, but it's spelled the same. It looks like. Free admission for the fair. Okay, so that's Addie Grange. Get on up there. That's going to be April 18th.
Nice.
It's a little ways out, so you got time to plan for that. And then let's see. We've got Sunday, June 28th at 6 p.m., Chronicles of the Highwaymen in Coeur d'Alene. And that is at Salvation. What does it say? A Salvation Army thing.
Is that
That's going to be the music of Johnny Cash, Waylon, Willie, and Chris.
There you go. That's what I was wondering.
Chronicles of the Highwaymen. That sounds like a great show.
Yeah, it does.
Get out to Coeur d'Alene. Hopefully by then, by June 28th, we're getting some really nice weather. It's just beautiful out in Coeur d'Alene. Let's see. Bar None Barbecue has a music calendar posted. They have karaoke every Friday and Saturday night, 8 to 1. Wednesday is family karaoke, 6:30 to 9. So they have, I'm not going to read them all off here, but they have some really good acts coming in Thursday, or no, that would have been, yes. Let's see, Saturday, Nighthawk is going to be there at 6 p.m. This is at Bar None Barbecue.
Nighthawk. There's a band name.
Yeah, and I saw a couple of, the Maniacs.
Oh.
Which is Johnny Rosato, our friend that we've jammed with for a little bit. And he's still out there making waves in the music industry. We've got, he's with a band called Maniacs, and they're playing Saturday, June 6th at 6 p.m. And then we've got Steve Livingston, too, and Triple Shots. And he's really good. I saw him at the Norman Carr Show in Springdale last year, and he held down a crowd on his own, pretty well.
Yeah.
He's a great musician. If you've never seen Steve play, that's a great. That'll be Saturday, June 20th. Yeah, it's a great lineup there. You can check that out on the Northern Light Spotlight. Lots of other dates there. Let's see.
I didn't think this was humanly possible. I think he's even more chill than Craig on the radio.
So let's see. Kelly River Grange, Off the Tracks. What's this one? This looks really interesting. Friday, April 17th at 7 p.m., family night. Off the Tracks. This looks like pre-purchase. Okay.
You actually have to show
No
because
plate
people
splitting.
can't see.
35 for a ticket. Yeah. Dinner theater is what it is. April 18th.
Nice.
At the Kettle River Grange. That Grange has been doing a lot of shows. I'll have to get up there.
Right on.
Pool tournament. Blind drop double elimination pool tournament every Tuesday and Thursday. American Legion. Right here, our local Legion. Every Tuesday and Thursday night, you can go to that double elimination pool tournament. Sign up from 4:30 to 5:15. Entry fees $5. Play starts at 5:30.
Very cool.
All those pool sharks around. Well, I remember back in Springdale, and we'd play. Boy, there were some real tough competitors then.
No,
Imagine there still is.
Is that pool and did you say a dinner theater and pool? Or was,
I jumped from one to the other.
Oh, sorry.
The Kettle River Grange is doing presents Off the Tracks. It says.
Okay, I got you.
Interesting. Okay.
I got you.
Dinner theater,
Very cool.
which is really cool. We went to Pigeon Forge and went to the Dolly Parton Arena and did that.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner theater, and they're running around with these Cornish game hens and dropping them off.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next guy runs by and drops you off some potato, and Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've been to that one many times. I've been to the Hatfield and McCoy's.
Yeah.
There's the Comedy Barn. Yeah, I've been to all that stuff in Pigeon Forge.
Oh man, it's so much fun.
It's
one of those towns where you're not going to see it in even 3 days. Like you'd have to live there for a couple weeks, right?
I lived there for about a
month.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
You gotta stay.
I was working at the Bear Cove Resort RV Park, which shared the property line with Dollywood. And we had our little rental cabins up on the hill, and we'd go up there with the golf carts and look down at people on the rides and all the screaming, and it was a lot of fun.
I have to look up Dollywood now. I haven't looked up Dollywood in a while.
Dollywood's a great RV, not RV park, a great amusement park.
Destination.
Oh, yeah, it really
I
is.
mean, vacation destination for sure. Gosh, there's so much. I'm really glad to see that there's so many people using these sites here.
Hello?
Hello. Hey, really quick, Dylan. Hey, man, we're still in the first half of the show. We're going to take our break here in just a few minutes and listen to some news and thank our sponsors, and then we'll get you on in the second half of the show. If you could just hang tight, we'll be right with you, man.
Cool.
All right, so just hang tight. We're just about to wrap up the first half of the show, and we'll get right back with you.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know the MP3s I sent. Looks like the email was having trouble including them all.
Oh.
So I sent them in a couple batches.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I'll get those loaded during the break. All right, Dylan.
All right, so I wanted to mention this one for sure. 11th annual Jer Fest at Highball Lounge inside Northern Quest Casino. Looks like Sammy Eubanks is going to be playing there 5:30. That'll be Sunday, June 14th. A lot of these shows are out of ways. If you want to plan out some shows for the summer, just kind of check out our Northern Light Spotlight here. And there's just a lot of other bands going to be playing there. Johnson Bros Blues Band with Neil Elwell.
Right
and
on.
there's a name I haven't heard for a while. But that's good to hear. Neil's still out there. And Invictus Project CEO Sam Peterson speaks. It looks like they've got just at 8:15. They've got just an array of shows going from 4 until looks like 9 and on. Eternal Jones wrap up the show there, and Hoodoo is going to be playing there.
Right on.
At 7. So yeah, it's good to see those guys are still out playing too. They're great band. So that's a great lineup. Sammy's going to be out there. Jerfest. It's the first time I've heard of that one. Sunday, June 14th. It's the 11th annual. Oh,
outstanding. We'll tell you what, Dylan. We gotta get to our break here.
That's about it.
We're up against the clock.
Okay.
So thank you for taking us through the Northern Light Spotlight, man.
Man, there's a lot of information on there. It'd take me the whole hour to get through it, probably.
Right? All right, we're going to take a quick break, listen to some news. We're going to thank our sponsors, and we will be right back with Forrest Ray. All right, stick around, everyone. You're listening to the KCHW Morning Show right here on KCHW 102.7. Don't go anywhere. Hey, Forrest, I've got us muted here really quick. I'm not getting any emails in with the music. Did you send those to me or to Craig?
Ray, R-A-W, or R-A-Y.
Sorry. Looks like they... I'm going to resend them.
Okay, yeah, those go to the station.
I have a link with Waves, but they have to be MP3s, just to clarify.
No, I can use WAV files. That works too.
Okay.
Yeah. MP3s are a little easier, but they both play the same.
Yeah. So I'll send it to Station Manager.
Perfect. Perfect. Thanks, man. All right, I'm gonna get back to the news here because people that are watching us streaming online can hear us. So we're gonna get back to the news, and we'll be right back with you, man.
To a deal on the Department of Homeland Security's budget. Senate Majority Leader John Thune described the potential plan to Republican senators at a closed-door lunch, according to 4 people familiar with his comments. The Washington Post notes the move would sidestep Congress as millions of travelers face record security delays, largely because of staffing problems at TSA. The idea follows more than 5 weeks of gridlock on Capitol Hill that have left TSA officers working without pay. Meantime, artificial intelligence and cloud computing are fueling rapid growth in data centers across the nation. We get more from our Eric Gladys.
Data centers require vast amounts of water and electricity, and Colorado lawmakers are considering a measure that aims to address concerns about higher utility bills, depleted water resources, and increased reliance on fossil fuels. Michigan State University Assistant Professor Gene Hardy says deciding where to site a data center is important.
If you are going to build a data center in a largely agricultural community, and the data center moves in and all of a sudden needs to use tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of gallons of water from local aquifers.
Senate Bill 26102 would require data centers to optimize and report their water use. The measure would also require operators to tap new renewable sources like wind and solar and cover all of their energy costs, including any expansions to the electric grid. Opponents claim the bill would cut Colorado out of the AI sector and send thousands of new jobs to other states. I'm Eric Galatas.
And more schools in New England are working with the national nonprofit Sandy Hook Promise to help students recognize safety threats.
More than 75 schools in Massachusetts alone are using its Say Something anonymous reporting system, which allows students to share a concern 24 hours a day via text, phone, or a school's website. Lisa Golden is the safety director for Salem Public Schools.
Families and students were asking us, if I have a problem and I can't find a trusted adult, who can I go to if I have a problem? If I know that another student's having a problem or they're struggling with something.
She says students have used the system when they feel depressed or worried they may harm themselves. Sandy Hook Promise says the system has helped more than 5,000 students nationwide cope with a mental health crisis and saved more than 1,000 lives. Educators say Sandy Hook Promise programs help create more of what they refer to as upstanders, students who witness bullying or harmful behavior and choose to report the incident rather than look the other way. This story is based on original reporting by Emily Miranda Aguilar with Capital News Service. I'm Catherine Carley with New England News Service.
This is Public News Service. State officials are warning folks in Utah now that an unusually dry winter season could mean that water will be in short supply during the spring and summer months.
Utah is facing a significant water shortfall due to record low snowpack, which is at about half of normal levels. State officials are urging residents and communities to conserve water, follow local watering guidance, and prepare for ongoing drought impacts. Laura Haskell is with the Utah Division of Water Resources.
Typically, we would have 16 inches of water. In Utah, about 95% of our water supply actually comes from our snowpack.
Haskell says most western states have experienced a dry winter season, aligning with atmospheric cycles seen in previous years. She adds that although reservoirs are currently around 68% full, reduced spring runoff means the state will rely heavily on stored water this year. I'm Mark Richardson.
Haskell says nearly all of Utah is experiencing drought conditions, raising continued concerns for major bodies of water like Great Salt Lake and Lake Powell. An environmental advocacy group says going a day without using plastic is nearly impossible, but that's exactly the problem.
Plastic production is crucial to the Pennsylvania economy, with the industry generating over $16 billion in annual shipments. Melissa Valiant with Beyond Plastic says industry giants have made people dependent on their products while shifting the blame for pollution to the public. She says policy change in Pennsylvania and across the country is badly needed.
For way too long, it's been half a century now that the fossil fuel and plastics industry have tried to put the blame on consumers. This is not a problem created by consumers. It is a problem created by companies.
Danielle Smith reporting.
The EPA cites data that finds that carcinogenic chemicals found in plastic can lead into tap water, which may cause a wide range of health disorders. Finally, as our country approaches its 250th anniversary, the traditional American dream has become more difficult to attain, says one Midwest professor.
Recent polling mirrors this view, as more than half of Wisconsinites and people across the country say they're worse off now than a few years ago. Washington University professor Mark Rank says economic security, personal fulfillment, and a hope for a better future are all key parts of the American dream, which people assumed they could achieve through hard work. But Rank says stagnant wages and big cost of living hikes have dampened their optimism.
This idea of more and more people falling behind in terms of the American dream really explains a lot of the disillusionment, a lot of the frustration, a lot of the anxiety that people are experiencing in this country today.
I'm Judith Ruiz Branch reporting.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
It's 8:18.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Programming brought to you by Ryan Moore, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Deer Park, Washington. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Edward Jones is a firm that helps individuals and business owners achieve their financial goals. More information is available at edwardjones.com or by calling 509-276-2974. Edward Jones, member SIPC, with locations in Deer Park and Chewelah.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. It is still Friday, March 27th, if you can believe it, or already March 27th, depending on how you want to look at it. We are back again with myself, Chuck Ritchie. Paula had to step out. She had some stuff she had to take care of, and we are back again. Yeah, very busy day today. And we're back in with Dylan, filling in for Craig this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for stepping in, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no sweat.
Craig's been out doing the hard work.
Yeah, he is, man. It's everything, right? I mean, he's a man of many talents.
Oh, man.
No doubt.
And plus, working in the roofing industry after how many windstorms in a row have we had now?
At least 3, 4.
Yeah.
I know I had a bunch of trees taken out at my house just to eliminate any potential dangers there last year. I'm glad I did.
Oh, yeah.
Did that early.
And, of course, we also have joining us on Zoom our very special guest today. We have Forrest Ray with us. Good morning.
Forrest
How you
Ray,
doing?
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Good morning. Hey,
thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you. So we had a little bit of a question. Is Forrest Ray your name or the band's name?
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked that. I was going to clarify that. Forrest Ray is the name of the band.
Okay.
My name is Peter.
Peter. Thank you so much. Yeah, apologies for that, but it's
no problem. That happens all the time, as you'd expect.
Well, I'm one of those people. I've got a first name for my middle name and my last name. So, a lot of people, my last name is Richie, and a lot of people are like, oh, people.
They're like, don't trust that guy.
Yeah, don't trust that guy.
No.
I have two middle names too, so there's that. Well, good morning.
Wow.
So where are you calling us from? You're a Seattle-based musician, correct?
Yep. I'm actually calling you from the van. And we're playing in Yakima today, and we'll be in Chewela tomorrow at 49 degrees north, and then at Hunter's in the evening, at Hunter's Bar and Grill.
Nice.
Very cool. So where are you playing at in Yakima? I'm vaguely familiar with it. I've been there a few times. I've got some family there.
It's a brewery that has a live music series. It's called Single Hill.
Nice.
Single Hill Brewing, and they have that's downtown Yakima, and they have a live music series called Single Hill Sessions.
Nice. So why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself? How long you've been playing, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So Forrest Ray has been a band since 2016. I started the band when I was in college working at a recording studio, and I got really interested in analog recording, and it was originally just a recording project for me to experiment with tape recording, and I had just gotten an 8-track analog recorder, and I got into that after I've been recording since I was a teen, but always on my laptop. And I spent like the first 9 years of recording in my life from like 12 to 21, never liking anything that I recorded. And at one point, a friend of mine told me, all the music you like, none of it was recorded on a laptop.
Right.
And that was the first moment that the light bulb went off. That was like, oh yeah, I don't like the way this sounds because none of the music I listened to was recorded this way. And then since then I've exclusively done analog recording for my own music. And, I've always been into older music, like classic rock and things like that. So that was a big epiphany for me to move towards that medium. And then I moved back. I was going to school in California. I moved back to Seattle after school and kept the band going, and started touring a lot more. And now we tour quite a bit. I would say we play about 100, maybe a little more shows per year.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys do stay busy.
And we stay really busy. We kind of have a revolving cast of people who play with us because I do it full time. A lot of other people have day jobs, but it would be pretty demanding if I had just a group of 3 other guys. So, we have like 3 drummers and 3 bass players, and who can make what show.
Are your other musicians, are they sort of based around your home area, or do you kind of have them like stationed around, where in other places you play?
Yeah, mostly around the Seattle area. We have one drummer in Chicago. One drummer's from Bozeman, but he's currently living in Seattle. It's maybe a little bit spread out. We have like one friend that would play with us. Sometimes he lives in Spokane. But I would say mostly in the Seattle area.
Right on. I know. So one of my favorite bluegrass bands, the Clark County Bluegrass Band. I don't know if you're familiar with them or not. But one of the things that they've done for, I don't know if they still do it, but 20 years ago when I worked with them, I didn't play, but I had a venue. They were sort of a roving bluegrass band, and I asked them how many people are in the band, and they're like, I don't know, we lost count. It was somewhere around 50 people in the band.
Yeah.
And they were just sort of a roving band, and they all called themselves the Clark County Bluegrass Band, but they would play regionally, and they had different groups of musicians that would travel shorter distances under the name Clark County Bluegrass Band.
Yeah.
And it was it's sort of a cool idea, you know.
It just keeps mutating and moving,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Whatever.
I know they're still playing.
Was
I don't
there
know.
any one stable member?
Say
if you saw it in one area, it could be completely different people entirely.
I don't remember actually. I know they're still around traveling. I don't know if they still do that model or not, but yeah, it was. I just thought it's always stuck with me because I'm like, what an interesting concept. But yeah, but you had
that is interesting.
Yeah.
Our only difference is that I'm always there. If Forest Ray is playing, I will be there.
Right on. So Peter, then where does the name Forest Ray come from?
Yeah, it's actually we had a different band name for a while, and I found out there was a DJ named in Poland under that name, and I had just heard a story about a bank robber named Forrest Ray Colson.
Yeah,
and it was kind of it was just an odd, kind of bizarre story, but the name was cool. And being from the Northwest, I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool name. It sort of evokes Northwestern imagery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it could be like a ray of light shining through the forest.
Yeah.
But I originally had heard the name from a bank robber who was a veteran who, I guess something happened like after the Korean War, he didn't get all the benefits of his GI Bill, and he felt disenfranchised and started commuting to Hollywood and robbing banks. And he met his fate with the LAPD, and he was just famous for wearing a funny, like they called it like a Mars man outfit, like an alien thing, or like a weird mask. But
wow,
it's a very bizarre story that I just kind of came across. But it was really more the name that I evoked a certain imagery. But that's how I heard that name.
Wow. And it leaves a lot to question, right? So it kind of invokes some curiosity, for sure.
Yeah.
As well as I noticed, a lot of your song titles and things like that, sort of coloring outside of the box, so to speak.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Outside of the lines.
Yeah, our latest album is called Wind Effer. And you can assume what effer means. And that comes from my first language, Croatian. It's like a direct translation of a word in Croatian that sounds a lot less vulgar in Croatian.
Right.
But, Croatia is a coastal country and most people are sailors. So it's probably one of the most profane languages in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Casually, people swear all the time, and it's very common and not really that rude.
What's a love language for sailors?
So, yeah, I had a question, too, about that the symbology on the right side of the album, or there, the picture you've got there. So is Croatian symbology as well, or what?
That's Glagolitic. Yeah, that's like a pre-Cyrillic language alphabet. So, that is like the oldest form of written Croatian. It's related to Cyrillic. It's not really in use anymore, but that is where some of those characters are from. And there are some shared characters. For example, the F sound is that the O with a line down the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, wind effer in Croatian means like a free spirit or a drifter, or carefree person. It can have a more negative connotation as well. Like, I think it could also be used to mean like a bum or someone who doesn't take anything seriously.
Interesting.
And I mean bum not in the way that it might describe an unhoused person, but bum in a way that your parents might think of you if you're sitting around the house playing video games all day or playing guitar all day.
Have you been talking to my parents again?
Yeah. So that's kind of but it rhymes with Peter in Croatian. So instead of saying Peter, Pumpkin Eater, they say Peter, Wind Effer.
Wow.
It's kind of a nickname that goes with the name. Everybody named Peter is kind of called that. And for years, my friends that I grew up with in Croatia, they would ask me, when are you going to name an album Wind Effer? And it was kind of this long-running joke, and eventually I was like, all right, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Wow, well, that's incredible. So, are you ready to hear a song from the album?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. So tell us. I've got the songs you sent me loaded up here. For one, make sure it's one that you picked that's radio appropriate. And tell us which one you want me to play.
Yeah, so none of the songs have any profanity, other than like the symbolic name. That's a direct translation. There's no.
Yeah.
They're all clean. So you could play Wind Effort. You could play Brother. Wait Any Longer if you have the latest album pulled up.
Yeah. So I've got the MP3 files that you sent. So I've got Wait Any Longer.
Yeah.
Reasons, Send My Love and Boots.
Wait Any Longer would. Yep. So the only one from that record would be Wait Any Longer. So we could. Listen to that one.
Well, before we hear it, let's tell us a little bit about the song.
Yeah, I recorded this song 2023. It was a song I actually wrote when I was in Croatia. It was kind of inspired by, it was a little bit of a departure from things I was doing at the time. I was using a little more synthesizers. I was playing a lot more harmonica and slide guitar. So kind of an interesting blend of indie rock, but also some twangy influences and like a little bit of, I would say, like Bruce Springsteen style synthesizer stuff. I really like kind of how Bruce Springsteen would bring together Americana elements and a lot of synth stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of a mix of all those influences, and and it came together really quickly. I recorded it myself at my studio, and I just that song really clicked, and it was one of the singles from this record.
All right. Well, here we go. Forrest Ray with Wait Any Longer. All right. That was Wait Any Longer by Forrest Ray. Man, that was good. I really enjoyed that. So yeah,
Thank
your
you.
harmonica work was impeccable on that. Beautiful stuff, man.
Yeah. Great.
Thank you.
Yeah. So and that's when did you say you started recording analog in, switching over from digital?
That would have been like 2015.
Okay, yeah. And I've noticed. Oh, pardon me. I do notice a lot of times recording stuff and doing audio, and here in our studio we kind of have a hybrid analog mix. Everything goes through analog, but then it's recorded digitally. But there is definitely I don't know how you'd say it. It sort of takes the warmth out of it. Sort of takes the spirit out of a recording when you do it digitally. And you can try to add that back in, but I don't know how well it really translates when you actually listen.
Yeah, I agree. I really, I especially notice when tape is the first medium that captures the audio versus digitally. I know a lot of people now will, they'll record their song in a computer, but at the end they will send it to a reel-to-reel and back.
Yeah.
I've never found that has the same effect. For me, there's this certain magic when it is captured on an analog medium first. Similar to how, if you use a film camera, it's just got a certain quality to it.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The digital cameras, they don't get that. You got to put all the
grain.
filters and everything over it, and you got to make it look that way. So I think especially with instruments like the harmonica and some of these other I guess wind instruments, and it doesn't capture the warmth, like I said, with the digital, and I think that really comes across much better analog. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. So what did you find having a hard time finding the equipment? What is it? Dylan's pointing at something.
I thought is this mic on?
Oh, you know what? Your mic. I'm sorry. I turned the wrong mic on,
okay.
Dylan.
That's okay.
Dylan's over there trying to talk.
Hello. No, I was just listening in on the analog stuff, and that's kind of where my mind's been too. I acquired an old Fostex reel-to-reel, and haven't hooked it up yet. But I was just thinking about how like all the old older bands, the Stones, and all that stuff, and it kind of encourages, I think, people to really rehearse their material really well, also so that there's not a lot of editing involved, and I can kind of hear that in your music. Like, you guys are very well rehearsed, and you've got some professionals backing you up there, so. Real clean sound, man. It's great sounding stuff, and getting that like old school sound, and then being able to maybe digitize it later or whatever, master it later. But I love that idea. And you run into that old equipment. It's a lot of times you can get it for cheap in some secondhand store or something. I ran into a cassette one the other day, and one of the old cassette recorders from the '80s. I just love that. Bring back that quality of sound that it all started with.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. And I also like the aspect of it that it's a lot more honest. Sometimes you see a band who's recorded digitally and it sounds totally different. Maybe they've done an enormous amount of pitch correction or just general, there's so many things you can do to correct the timing, move this snare drum over so that it's not a little bit late or a little bit early, and pitch correct really any number of things. And I like that about analog, that it keeps you very honest, and like what you hear is what you get. And if there are mistakes, that's just kind of accepted as part of the human element.
Right. Well, and that's why, I'm not a huge country fan, but I'm a huge bluegrass fan. And, sort of diving into some of the history of bluegrass and why a lot of musicians, especially a lot of mainstream musicians, at the end of their career, they tend to, a lot of them go towards bluegrass. And I was looking into that and, looking at some accounts and people's quotes on it, and a lot of the reasons why, a lot of musicians later in their career do migrate towards bluegrass, because exactly like you said, it's an honest art form. There's no synthesizers. There's no, pedals. It's just a group of guys in front of microphones and their instruments, and what you get is what you get.
Yeah. I agree. There's something cool about that, especially when there's this trend of homogenization in music where everything's super pitch corrected, things start sounding the same. There's kind of a lack of humanity in a lot of modern music.
Well, and I wonder too, in a studio setting, if there isn't a little bit of, I'm not going to use the word lazy, but I think you might know what I'm getting at, where it's like, oh, we can fix that later. Let's move along,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like a very modern mentality about music production. It's like, oh, fix it in post. Where
Yeah.
With analog, you kind of have the sound that you record has to be pretty close to the way you want it to sound in its final form.
Exactly. And I think a lot could be said about film too, as we watch films and see more of the, CGI, and now even AI is getting into filmmaking, and it's just, you watch a lot of the older films, and I just love the quality, that you can't get nowadays. No matter how hard you try to reproduce it, it just doesn't get there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
So yeah, I know you're saying you're going to be up here at 49 degrees north tomorrow for the party on the deck, right? And you're playing tonight in Yakima. So what were some of the other things you've got coming up?
Oh, yeah. In the evening after, we're going to play that at 49 degrees north in the afternoon. I believe it will be 12 to 2 p.m. It will be kind of a end of season party.
Nice.
And in the evening, I believe at 6 p.m., we'll be playing at Hunter's Bar and Grill in Hunter's.
Mm-hmm.
Same day event.
And then, same day.
All right.
That'll just be the evening show. And then on the 29th, we'll be playing in Bozeman.
Nice.
Got a little bit of a drive. And then we'll be in Montana for most of the week, playing in Great Falls after that. And then Bozeman again at a different place, and Livingston, Montana, and Missoula.
Nice.
Right.
And also in Victor, Idaho as well on Tuesday the 31st. So that's kind of a little bit of a tour, and then we'll head back next on Saturday the 4th.
Right on. I've got some friends over in Bozeman. I might send them a message and have them come check you out.
Yeah, Missoula as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Missoula. I said Bozeman, didn't I?
Yeah.
Bozeman's where my daughter went
Missoula,
to college.
Yeah, I've got some friends there. But that's great. You're going to be playing at Hunter's. We'll have to come up and see you. I grew up out in Ford, Washington, up on Scoop Mountain. And so Hunter's is just, it's that lonely little town that's just unincorporated, I still believe. And, but, the one bar in town you're going to have a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, for such a small place, I got
I've never been there.
Oh, you're gonna have a crowd. It's the only hot spot in town, and Jesse just does a great job of keeping entertainment in there. I don't know if that had changed hands, but I think he's still operating.
Yeah, that's who I spoke with.
Jesse. Yeah. Okay.
So
great, man.
So your genre that you classify under psych folk and rock. Or psych folk and roll. Sorry, folk and roll. That's a fun thing to say. Where did that? Did you guys coin that term, or did someone come up with that for you?
I'm not sure. I just kind of amalgamated a few terms that I think were applicable to our sound. I would say that folk rock is kind of an umbrella term that I think would capture us, because I do like to use a lot of folk instruments. Like there's some pedal steel and banjo, and Wade Me Longer has mandolin and harmonica. So I like folk instruments, but I think, there's an influence of 60s psychedelic rock, but just generally, sonic experimentation. Things will get kind of spacey or jammy sometimes. Oftentimes people will see us and ask if I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan, and I'm a fan. I wouldn't say I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan, but people kind of draw that comparison. I think maybe because there can be a lot of guitar improvisation when we play live or do an extended section. So I would say that's kind of the psychedelic rock influence. And and then the rock part is kind of obvious. It's a guitar-driven band, and the drum beats and the grooves are very much rock and roll inspired. So.
Oh yeah. Well, you've got a lot of great album art too. I've noticed, I do get some of the like Grateful Dead sort of, jam band vibe from some of it. Some of it, it looks, like folk rock albums, or, you got a lot of variety in your album art, and I'm always a big fan of the album art.
Yeah, for sure. It's captivating for sure. Draws a person in. But out of all the now you've got quite a few compilations going. How many total songs have you put out?
I think 60, maybe 64 as Forest Ray.
Wow,
that's really great, man.
Yeah, I'm going through your Bandcamp right now. I'm kind of scrolling through it, which is forestray.bandcamp.com, if you want to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love some of the description of your music. So here it's you've been described as space out, down to earth. I love Britpop gone country, and the band covering Beatles songs no one knew existed. Where was that from?
That was from Artist Home. It's like music publication, and they also put together festivals in the Seattle area that do like Timberfest. They reviewed one of our singles from this record, and I just took some excerpts from their review, and I thought their description was pretty poignant, because I think that kind of hits the nail on the head on like some of the folk rock and roots rock influence, but it kind of blends a little of both.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, I've got your other song here, Brother, from the same album, the album the album which is not to be named on the air.
Which one would define folk and roll the best, you think, out of all your tunes?
Oh, good question.
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like they all would a little bit. Maybe, some aspect of waiting longer because of the mandolin and the band and the harmonica, but Brother as well. I think there's some banjo in there and pedal steel.
Nice.
Some music that isn't released yet might also define it well. I just been playing a lot of dobro, and so I have a song coming out that's got a lot of dobro and pedal steel and harmonica. So I think mostly it's just my interest in folk instrumentation as well.
Oh yeah. So here we're gonna play Brother. Tell us a little bit about this song.
Yeah, this one's also from the Wind Effort album, and I think it's kind of a more straight ahead, like country rock groove. There's some 3-part harmonies, and it's one that's a lot of fun to play live. We play it all the time, and my live group are really accent like a big focus on harmonies and 3-part harmonies. And this is one for me that when we play it live, it's always a very fun harmony chorus, and it's kind of more, standard song, traditional tune, simple chords. And for a lot of folks who maybe aren't into more psychedelic or experimental music, it can be a nice bridge to get into our music.
Outstanding. Right on. Well, here we go. Forest Ray with Brother. Peter, man. That
man.
That was a great example of, you got that slide guitar in there, but it sort of really walked that line between, rock, country, folk. It was a little bit of everything. It was nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's
so that might be a good example of folk and roll, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
We were kind of talking during the break, and Dylan said, it kind of, it's easy to listen to, and it's really kind of mellow, but it pulls back from, the country sort of pulls it back from being
too poppy, and
yeah,
it's a nice mix you got going on there, man. It kind of reminds me of a band that was around back in the day called. And they kind of operated under the same aspect of whoever showed up, and there was maybe 15 to 18, 20 members at a time, but they were called Loose Gravel. And, a lot of people recognize that name.
I know Loose Gravel.
Yeah, and some of the surviving members are still around. And but it just took me, when I was hearing your brother song there, it takes me back to those times when we had built a bar in Valley. It ended up burning down, but we'd always play there, and Loose Gravel was just a great band that kind of had that same sort of pick in their songs. They would pick some of the obscurities of Eagles and things like that they were inspired by, and
cool.
So yeah, that's
I'll have to check them out.
Bring back some memories for me for sure. That.
Oh man, once from a construction, when in my early 20s, I took a Loose Gravel sign because I was a big Loose Gravel fan, and they would come up to Alaska and play. When I was young, play at festivals and stuff. And man,
yeah, I'm very sure that you're going to draw some interest at Hunter's Bar and up at 49, and I'll be looking forward to hearing you guys live.
Yeah, we're looking forward to playing out there. That should be a lot of fun. I love that area.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Peter, I really want to thank you for joining. We are out of time for the show today. But yeah, man, really enjoy your music. I actually want to get a few of your songs into our playlist on the air, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so what I like to do here is we're gonna close out the show. We'll do our little closing spiel here and say goodbye to everyone, and then we'll play one of your songs to close out the show. But if you wouldn't mind, if you have just a few minutes afterwards, would you stick around so I can get a little station ID from you to sort of plug in front of your music? Let them know who they're listening to?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic. So tonight, tonight you're playing in Yakima. Tomorrow you're going to be at 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. Then tomorrow night over at Hunter's Bar, correct?
Yeah, at 6 p.m. It's kind of like a early night show.
Right?
6 to 8 p.m., I believe. Yep.
Outstanding. Well, we are out of time, but is there anything you would like to tell everyone before we head out of here?
I would just say if you're interested in seeing us live, we tour a lot and we'll be in the area a lot. So the best thing you can do is follow us, whether it's on, any social media, on Bandcamp or on Spotify. You can stay posted on our tour dates. We play all over the place. I actually played in Kettle Falls last July, and sometimes a show will pop up and you'll be surprised that we're in the area. So yeah, if you want to see some music, give us a follow. You'll see us around.
Outstanding. Well, I know you've got a couple fans here, and hopefully that'll continue to grow. So
I also want to mention too, just real quick, of course, the Northern Lights Spotlight. You guys are welcome to post anything that you might have upcoming events around here too there, and we'll keep reading them off every Friday.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, keep you in the loop, man.
Well, you've been listening to Forrest Ray right here on the KCHW Morning Show. You can tune in tonight on KCHW from 6 to 8 p.m. We have the best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark live in the studio. Then from 8 to 10 p.m. we are trapped in the psychedelic era with the Hermit. Then we're going to stick around with the Hermit for Days of Confusion from 10 to 11. We hope you guys have a great weekend out there. You can catch myself tomorrow at the Chihuahua Home and Garden Show. I'll be emceeing that event. And, of course, catch Forrest Ray up at 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. We've got a bunch of stuff happening over the weekend around the area. It's going to be some nice weather.
Yeah.
So stick around and
gonna be out.
Get out and do something fun this weekend. And Peter, thank you so much again for coming out today. I really appreciate it. I know you got to get back on the road, and we got you up early today. So appreciate you coming out.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. It's been a pleasure. And of course, let's pick a song to lead us out here with. What do you think we should listen to?
I included some upcoming songs. I think Boots would be a great one, or Send My Love. Those are from our forthcoming record. Those are currently released singles. Boots is like a little more harmonica focused, and Send My Love, I would say maybe like a
outstanding
indie rocker.
Perfect. I'm excited you said upcoming album. So I know we're out of time here, but tell us a little about this album you got coming out.
Yeah, so I'm constantly recording, and we have a new record. 4 of the singles are released so far. I'm kind of expanding the timeline, doing it single by single, but the whole thing will probably be out sometime this summer, and then another one is already recorded after that. So I kind of have to clear the pipeline and get these out. But this forthcoming record is called Send My Love, titled after that song.
Outstanding. So do you want to play Send My Love or Boots?
Let's go with Boots.
Okay.
Kind of a upbeat groover.
There we go. Here we are with Forrest Ray with Boots, and Forrest, Peter, don't forget to stick around till after the song. We'll get a little recording done after we get done with the stream here.
Yeah.
So thank you so much again for coming out today. Here is Forrest Ray with Boots.
3, 4.
It's getting hard to find